The WHAS11 night team is all new right now at 11. Police are searching for this alleged rapist after an attack on a woman in the J-Town area. Plus, protests against the war in Gaza come to the UK campus. With a rally tonight in Lexington, police and UK administrators are there. And then
the family has spent 24 years looking and validating and searching for clues and hidden information. And we finally cracked the case.
A Kentucky Derby mystery 100 years later. What happened to the 1924 winning trophy? And
the Louisville Urban League is helping people to practice self-determination.
the Derby parties are starting early. We'll take you to the Urban League Gala tonight. It's new and only on the WHAS 11 night team right now. The Kentucky Derby is a big enough mystery on its own, but tonight we have the story of the search for the missing trophy given to the winner of the 1924 Kentucky Derby. Hello, everybody, and thank you for joining us on the night team. I'm Doug Proffitt. Could Black Gold's prize be right here in Louisville to this day? Well, the owner's descendants are back in town and they are searching. WHAS 11 night team's Taylor Woods talked to the great-granddaughter.
This is the same track at Churchill Downs where Black Gold won the Kentucky Derby a century ago in 1924.
He was an amazing horse, very athletic and well-loved.
Standing proud with the 14-karat Gold Cup trophy in her hand is Rosa Hoots, a Native American and the first woman ever to own a horse that won the Kentucky Derby. Now her great-granddaughter Teresa Collins is sharing her story.
She did attend several of his races, and she was extremely proud when he won the Derby.
Collins says her great-grandmother didn't get to keep the trophy for long. The Gold Cup along with Black Gold's wedding portrait were stolen from their home in 1935.
It was very tragic for her, and she was really never the same after that theft had happened.
So where's the trophy today? 100 years later, it remains a mystery. Collins believes it was mismarked in 1985 as the War Admiral Trophy and says a 2016 documentary reveals it could belong to her family.
Well, I have my suspicions that it's actually located in the Kentucky Derby Museum.
I reached out to the Kentucky Derby Museum. They say they have an unidentified object in their vault. They're in contract with a researcher to determine the originality of that object and where it belongs.
We're still working with the museum to try to help them see that it is the first trophy.
After a 24-year-long family search, Collins says clues are in her book that will be published this summer titled Rosa's Gold, The Rise of the Derby Champion and the Quest for His Stolen Cup.
So that they can basically look at it and determine that the cup that they have in their possession is actually Rosa and Black Gold's trophy.
Hoping this will move the Kentucky Derby Museum to identify the mystery trophy and finally get answers to a Derby mystery. In Louisville, Taylor Woods, WHAS 11 night team on your side.
And the family of Rosa Hoots is asking for your help. If there's anybody out there who has a better photo of the 1924 trophy, by the way, Teresa Collins would like to hear from you. You can find her information right on our website at WHAS11.com. We are now at Wednesday. It is midweek of Derby week, and that means one thing. The visitors are starting to land and to find their way to their hotels or Airbnbs. The big crowds are coming. They are ready for the stretch run. WHAS 11 night team photojournalist Elijah McKenzie tonight found from downtown right to the airport, they are getting a taste of Kentucky.
I've seen people from New Zealand, come on over. I want to say Alaska as well. I think it's really, a neat thing.
You got tons of people coming in from different areas and different states and whatnot just for the Derby,
These are really cool, thank you.
Oh yeah, you're welcome.
We've basically been welcoming all the tourists into the city, giving out candies, escorting them around, making sure that they get to their destination safely.
Anything fun? I mean, obviously this area is kind of the main area.
Yeah, so we've got this area over here, and then we've got Whiskey Row between 1st and 2nd on Main Street.
Usually the questions that I get the most are, what are some great places to eat, or what are like some great attractions like museums and things like that.
All right, we're
We got a sale. Okay.
We're gonna make a deal.
All right, we got a deal. I'm from Minnesota. First time here in Kentucky. First time in Louisville. Here for the Derby, of course, 150th. We're doing Derby Thursday tomorrow. Friday we're doing a bourbon tour, and then on Saturday we're doing the Derby.
Louisville's big on that with its bourbon and everything, so everybody loves it. It's like, oh, I'm about to go on a bourbon tour, or I'm staying at the Galt House with all the great hotels that are out here as well.
Look, have a good one. Yes, sir. It's fulfilling. You know, you get to see a lot of different people and help them out, you know, and actually see them enjoy themselves.
Thank you. And applause they deserve. Love that bluegrass music at the airport. Churchill Downs says they're focused on making the Derby an experience no matter how many people show up. Despite this, the Kentucky Derby always draws huge regular numbers of attendees, reaching about 150,000 on average most years. The highest number of fans to ever attend the Derby was back in 2015. And that was when 170,000 people watched American Pharoah win the first leg of his Triple Crown victory. Now, while tourists flock to Louisville, there remains a need for more housing for the locals. The mayor's office today telling us so far this year, the city has issued 22 notices to clear homeless camps, or what they are calling relocations. All of this as the city and state prepares for a new state law criminalizing street camping. That law will soon take effect. The Safer Kentucky Act goes into effect mid-July. Supporters say it would push unhoused people to seek shelter and treatment. Opponents worry that it'll open a pathway to issue fines and even jail time.
I could have been that one on in a tent, you know what I'm saying, even though I went to a shelter. It could have been me out there, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't want nobody to lock me up because, oh, well, she don't have nowhere to go. Everybody has a story. Everybody has a past.
Hope Turner says she found herself homeless for a time. A housing voucher led to stability. Now she's a proud homeowner and is worried that this new law will impact those like her. She's urging city officials and local officials, law enforcement, to be compassionate. More local news here on the night team. Louisville Metro Police are still investigating the rape and robbery of an elderly woman 2 weeks ago in Hurstbourne Acres. Today, police releasing a sketch of the man who they believe committed the crime. Police are asking for your help identifying this man in the sketch. They describe him as a black male in his 20s, about 5'11". At the time, the victim said that he was in a black shirt with either jeans or blue pants. Police are asking anybody in the Hurstbourne Acres area who also may have captured some pictures or video of the suspect on their cameras to send it to detectives. If you can help, call the anonymous tip line at 574-LMPD. All news since 6 o'clock. Pro-Palestinian protests are expanding to more college campuses across the country. Late today, hundreds of students rallied on the UK campus in Lexington. The group joining the anti-war movement staged outside the William T. Young Library. The group called Lex for Palestine hosted the rally in an effort to let Palestinians know that people in Lexington stand with them as well. But not everybody there was in support of the protest.
And they're saying from the river to the sea that they don't actually know what that means. And they're actually calling for the annihilation of Israel. So everybody in their right mind knows that's wrong.
We're here to make our voices heard and to let officials at the university level, at the state and city level know that we're here to use our voices and to let them know that we won't stand silent in the face of injustice.
Those with UK and UK police were at the rally. Protesters were given rules to follow when they were there to keep the peace. While both sides were in clear opposition and clashed verbally, there were no physical altercations and no arrests were made. Representative Andy Barr, who represents the Lexington area in the U.S. Congress, has already denounced the protest. In this statement to social media, Barr says he, quote, firmly stands with our Jewish students and their right not to be harassed by terrorist sympathizers. Anti-Semitism and misinformation have no place on the University of Kentucky campus. Also, Kentucky Representative and Chairman of the House Oversight Committee James Comer announcing today that the committee would be holding a hearing to look into the protests. Today, Comer and several other Republican representatives were at the campus of George Washington University in D.C., where protesters have set up tents on campus. Comer called on D.C.'s mayor to use the Metropolitan Police Department to clear out the encampment and, quote, restore the rule of law.
We expect these encampments to be cleared out. Now, we've got a committee hearing Wednesday, and I would strongly encourage the mayor to have the police chief do their job and ensure that there's, at the very least, no trespassing.
The protests have been ongoing for the last 2 weeks on campuses across the country. More than 1,000 people have been arrested as a result, including 57 people on IU's campus in Bloomington.